You've tried probiotics, elimination diets, and expensive supplements, but your gut still feels like a war zone. Bloating, fatigue, and constant discomfort have become your normal. What if the missing piece is not in your medicine cabinet, but deep underground? 1. The gut health crisis nobody's talking about. Modern medicine treats symptoms, not root causes. You're told to take pills for acid reflux, laxatives for constipation, or antibiotics for infections, but these just mask the problem. The truth? Your gut is starving for minerals it cannot get from today's depleted soil. Ancient civilizations knew this secret. They sought out mineral-rich springs for healing. Now, science is catching up. The scary part? Modern farming practices have stripped 85% of minerals from our soil compared to just 100 years ago. Even if you're eating organic vegetables, they likely contain only a fraction of the minerals your grandparents got from their food. This creates a silent deficiency that doctors rarely test for, because blood tests do not show what's missing at the cellular level. And here's what makes it worse. Chronic stress and processed foods further deplete these minerals, creating a vicious cycle where your gut cannot heal because it's constantly fighting with one hand tied behind its back. But there's a reason certain cultures have legendary longevity. Places like Hunza Valley in Pakistan or Okinawa, Japan, where people regularly live past 100. All have one thing in common. Their water flows through mineral-rich bedrock, delivering these healing compounds daily. This is not just folklore. Researchers found these populations have significantly stronger gut microbiomes than people in mineral-depleted areas. 2. While your gut is literally screaming for minerals, your gut lining repairs itself every 3 to 5 days, but only if it has the right building blocks. Magnesium, zinc, and sulfur are critical. Without them, your gut barrier weakens, letting toxins leak into your bloodstream. This is not just about digestion. It's about autoimmune flares, brain fog, and chronic inflammation. Ever feel like your body's attacking itself? This could be why. Think of your gut lining like a brick wall. Minerals are the mortar holding it together. When you're deficient, those bricks start crumbling, allowing undigested food particles and toxins to slip into your bloodstream, a condition called leaky gut. Your immune system then goes into overdrive, attacking these invaders, which is why mineral deficiency often shows up as mysterious rashes, joint pain, or even anxiety. The most alarming part? Many common gut remedies actually make this worse. Proton pump inhibitors for acid reflux block mineral absorption. Antibiotics wipe out good bacteria that help you absorb minerals. Even calcium supplements, often recommended for gut health, can deplete magnesium if not properly balanced. It's like trying to fix a crumbling wall by randomly throwing bricks at it without mortar. 3. The underground spring breakthrough. Here's the good news. Certain untouched mineral springs contain a perfect ratio of elements your gut craves. A 2022 study found people drinking mineral-rich spring water saw gut lining repair in just 30 days. No drugs required. The key? These minerals are ionic, meaning your body absorbs them instantly. No more guessing if your supplements are working. What makes these underground spring minerals so special is their bioavailability. Most mineral supplements use oxide or citrate forms that your body struggles to break down. Sometimes as little as 5% gets absorbed. But water from ancient springs contains minerals in their ionic form, meaning they're already broken down into particles small enough for your cells to immediately use. A groundbreaking 2023 study in Gut Microbes Journal found participants drinking mineral-rich spring water had a 40% increase in beneficial gut bacteria within weeks without changing their diet. The researchers theorized these minerals act like fertilizer for your microbiome, creating the perfect environment for good bacteria to thrive. This explains why people report better results from mineral waters than from expensive probiotic supplements. 4. The dirty secret of bottled mineral water. Not all mineral waters are created equal. Most commercial brands are filtered to death, stripping away the healing compounds. Even natural spring waters often sit in plastic for months, leaching toxins. The real magic happens when you get water straight from the source or use carefully harvested mineral concentrates. Here's how the bottling process destroys healing properties. Most companies use reverse osmosis to purify the water, stripping out not just contaminants but also the beneficial mineral complexes. Then they add back a few isolated minerals for taste, completely missing the synergistic effect of nature's perfect balance. Some brands even ozonate the water, which creates oxidative stress that counteracts the mineral's benefits. The shelf life is another red flag. True healing mineral water should ideally be consumed within weeks of bottling. The longer it sits, especially in plastic, the more the mineral structure degrades. That's why the most potent sources come in glass bottles with harvest dates, not expiration dates. 5. How to spot fake mineral cures. The wellness industry is full of scams. If a product claims to detox or heal your gut overnight, run. Real mineral therapy works gradually but profoundly. Look for these signs. The source is a protected ancient spring like the Himalayas or the Andes, no added flavors or sweeteners. Third-party testing for heavy metals, one telltale sign of a scam. Products that claim to contain 72 trace minerals but list them in microscopic amounts. Your gut does not need dozens of minerals in homeopathic doses. It needs therapeutic amounts of the key players. Another warning: products that use vague terms like proprietary blend instead of disclosing exact mineral concentrations. The best sources will provide third-party lab tests showing not just mineral content, but also the absence of contaminants. Look for waters that maintain their natural carbonation, a sign of authentic spring origin, and have a distinct, slightly metallic taste. That's the minerals at work. If it tastes like nothing, it probably is nothing. 6. My personal gut healing turning point. 2 years ago, I was sick all the time until I visited a remote spring in Colorado. After just 1 week drinking unfiltered mineral water, my bloating vanished. My energy came back. I was not cured, but for the first time, I felt my body healing itself. That's when I realized we've been overcomplicating gut health. What shocked me most was not just the physical changes, it was the mental clarity. After years of brain fog, I could suddenly think sharply again. My functional medicine doctor explained this makes perfect sense. 90% of serotonin is produced in the gut, and mineral deficiency disrupts this process. The real test came when I traveled home and switched back to filtered tap water. Within 3 days, the bloating returned. That's when I realized this was not some placebo effect. My body was clearly responding to something real in that water. Now I always travel with mineral drops in my bag. 7. The 3 minerals your gut needs most. Not all minerals matter equally for gut repair. Focus on sulfur, repairs tight junctions in your gut lining found in volcanic springs. Magnesium, reduces inflammation and relaxes digestive muscles. Look for bicarbonate forms. Zinc, critical for enzyme production and immune balance, must be paired with copper. Sulfur deserves special attention because it forms the backbone of glutathione, your body's master antioxidant. Without enough sulfur, your gut cannot properly detoxify. This explains why people with sulfur sensitivity often see dramatic improvements when they get the right form. Magnesium is equally crucial. It activates over 300 enzyme systems involved in digestion. But most people take the wrong type. Oxide forms are poorly absorbed and can cause diarrhea, while glycinate is better for relaxation. For gut healing, look for magnesium bicarbonate, the form found in natural springs that gently alkalizes your system. 8. Where to find these minerals today? You do not need to trek to a mountain spring. A few companies now bottle authentic mineral waters from protected sources. I'll link my top picks below. Or try mineral drops added to filtered water. Just avoid anything with fillers or synthetic additives. When evaluating brands, check their sourcing practices. The best companies own their spring outright and test the water daily. Some even control the entire watershed to prevent contamination. Avoid brands that simply buy bulk minerals and mix them with filtered water. This misses the natural electromagnetic charge that makes spring minerals so bioavailable. For those who cannot access bottled spring water, high-quality mineral concentrates can work. Look for ones extracted through evaporation rather than chemical processes. A good test? Add some to water and see if it creates a slight effervescence. This indicates active mineral ions. 9. What to expect in the first 30 days. This is not a quick fix, but within weeks. You might notice less bloating after meals, more stable energy, no afternoon crashes, fewer food sensitivities. Your gut did not break overnight. It will not heal overnight either. But for the first time, you're giving it what it actually needs. Don't be discouraged if you experience temporary detox symptoms like mild headaches or fatigue in the first week. This is often a sign your body is finally able to release stored toxins now that it has the minerals needed for proper detox pathways. Keeping a symptom journal helps track subtle changes you might otherwise miss. The most dramatic changes typically appear between weeks 3 to 4. This aligns with the gut's natural turnover cycle. Many people report their cravings shifting dramatically, suddenly wanting mineral-rich foods like olives or bone broth instead of sugar. This is your body's intelligence reawakening. 10. The future of gut health is ancient. Big Pharma will not fund studies on mineral springs. There's no patentable profit. But the evidence is there. From Roman bathhouses to Japanese onsens, cultures have used mineral waters for millennia. Now it's your turn. If you're tired of Band-Aid solutions, try this. Start with one mineral-rich water source for 30 days. Track your symptoms. Let me know in the comments. Has your gut been begging for minerals without you realizing it? For the full list of vetted products, check the description. Your gut's healing journey starts now.